Okay, so this is the project, or one of the projects that I'll be working on. It's called Fire Engine. Now, it started about 4 years ago during COVID. I watched a Netflix documentary about cooking over fire. And before that, I never liked to cook. And it got into my head, I started cooking, and it really brought people together, right? And through that, somebody was like, you should start a food truck. And I never wanted this to become really a business at all, to be completely honest. Like, the concept of starting a business for restaurants, it's just not my thing. But somebody jokingly said, you should buy a fire truck. And so I was like, that's a great idea. The exact opposite of starting a fire is obviously putting the fire out. But then it got into my head, don't call it Fire Engine, we'll call it Fire Engine. Over the fire cooking and potentially a bar. And so from that, I started my obsession from a young age of wanting a fire truck. And through that, what I realized is they don't build things like they used to. This truck is from 1966. Listen to this thing start, right? It's carbureted, it's got a big engine, gets 4 miles to the gallon, right? And so through that concept, they don't build things like they used to. My goal is to really create experiences that you otherwise wouldn't have in a normal restaurant. And so it's not that this is going to be a restaurant, it's more going to be an opportunity to have custom and personalized experiences for, nonprofit events, or even we're hosting our own experiences that bring people together, including tomorrow night, which is Thursday, which is our monthly industry nights at the studio. And so, that middle piece of just like finding an area to bring people together with no agenda and just letting people get to know each other and talk. And when you're around a fire, you tend to have deeper conversations than surface level. And I hate the concept of networking, because generally people go to network to make a introduction to something that they can sell. And so that's not the concept on this. And really we hope to just create one-on-one, really immersive moments that you otherwise wouldn't have in a place, and especially in a small town in Derry, New Hampshire. And that's where we're at. And so I was talking to this creative director about how do you manage expectations with the amount of pressure that you have. And he said, do the best you can within that small bubble. And I thought that was really interesting, and it really made me think, okay, you don't need to, social media has made us realize I need to impact thousands or millions of people. I need to be the next billionaire. And it's that's so detrimental to the thought process. And if you could just be present with where you are, with the people you're around, better things I think would happen.